Good day, good day, good day, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you had a good weekend. Happy daylight saving time, right? The clock sprung forward on Sunday and we got more sunlight and all that wonderfulness. So I hope you are enjoying that. And so I am coming to you pre-recorded today. I am pre-recorded today because I have an appointment and I did not want to miss another day because we had technical difficulties yesterday. And so you didn't see Sip, you didn't see me. I missed y'all so much. But as you know, even when I pre-record, you can put your comments in and I will see them and I will respond at the next live show. So it's Tuesday. We would have started this yesterday, but we're going to start it today. And I'm going to give you a sip of a sip today because I have an appointment today. So let's do this. We wrapped up Ernest yesterday. Not yesterday. We wrapped up Ernest last week. And we are still in that vibration, y'all, right? And let me say this. We carry over each sip. It's building and building and building upon each other. So it's not like, oh, this week's sip is Ernest. And then when Ernest is over, we ain't Ernest no more, right? or sip is whatever the titles are, right? And we drop that and then we don't do it anymore. We are continuing to build and to build and to build and to build. So I know that you've been working diligently, right? Because what is Ernest? Ardently active, devoutly devoted, and enthusiastically diligent. So I know you've been all of those things as it relates to your quality and as it relates to defining what it is that you desire, your heart's desire, your goals, right? And that you took your hand, with me, it would be my left hand because I'm left-handed, and you wrote them out. You have started the process of writing them out, right? And we know the power of writing them out, right? It's a neurosensory activator. It gets embedded into our subconscious mind, which is part of the creative process, right? And we want that encoding to start to happen. So we're handwriting it. And if you want to do what It Works says to do, right? The little pamphlet, I don't have it down here, by RHJ, and also the book that I shared, How to Solve All Your Money Problems Forever. And I could go on, right? Because they all say the same things, right? You want to embed it by repetition, by persistency, by consistency, right? And so you've been handwriting it over and over and over again. And if you haven't started that, I know that you shall. I know that you shall. So today, I want to leave you with a question. I'm going to leave you with a question. And we could say this is a journal prompt that we can use, right? A journal prompt. And that's what this week's theme is: journal prompts. Journal prompts. So you'll stay with me because a couple of you have reached out to me about the inspirational writing, the inspirational journaling, and how it's such a block for you. So I figured we'll spend a couple of days on some journal prompts, okay? On some journal prompts. And this is helping me, y'all, with my how-to guide. Yes, I'm in it on the challenge for the how-to guide with Sekou on the Be Your Own Hero show. So this is also helping me with just formulating the inspirational journaling part of my how-to guide, how to create a spiritual practice that works for you every time. Yes, every time. All right. So the journal prompt comes to you from, you might have guessed it, Edwin Gaines, the four spiritual laws of prosperity, which is the text for the class that I will be teaching, and I'll share more about that, and Joy News. But this is what I want to share. Edwin writes, and this is the fourth law. And the fourth law is the law of divine purpose. The law of divine purpose, right? And we know that our purpose is related to our qualities, right? That we are cultivating this year, the qualities that we cultivated last year. Y'all didn't drop your qualities from last year, right? Like all of this builds upon itself, builds and builds and builds. Okay. So this is what I want to share. She says the question you must ask yourself, and this is the question that you can use for your journal prompt when you do your inspirational journaling, your inspirational writing as part of your spiritual practice. This is the question you must ask yourself. Am I willing to define, embrace, and hold fast to my divine purpose prayerfully, persistently, and patiently, right? So that's a yes or no question. It's not an open-ended question, but it's a good question, right? Because if your answer is yes, right, we're going to go on, right? And the reason why this is important to define and to get clear about is the same reason why it's important to get clear about what you want, right? Because what you want is embedded in your purpose. Yes, it's embedded in your purpose. Every single goal that you have needs to be related to the overall purpose. Yes? So let me read this. She makes a distinction between what we were talking about with goals, which is the second law of prosperity, right? Goal setting. She says this. Now, finding your divine purpose is different from setting your goals. A goal is a tangible desire with an end result, but your divine purpose is really a way of living. Really a way of living. So, if you answered yes to being willing, just a willingness to define your purpose, just a willingness. If you said yes, right? You wrote down the question, am I willing to define, embrace, and hold fast to my divine purpose prayerfully, persistently, and patiently? And you said yes. You wrote down yes, right? The next part of this is, what is my way of living? What is my way of living? Right? And I love the example that she gives. She says a goal might be to learn to paint with watercolors, but your divine purpose might be to bring joy to people's lives through your art. Another example she gives. A goal might be to get a PhD, but the divine purpose would be to live in the world of the intellect and the world of ideas. Your goals have finite deadlines, but your divine purpose is something that you will be working with and growing with for the rest of your life, right? So, what is your way of living? What is your way of living? And just write about that. Get in touch with your quality, because I bet your quality is part of your way of living or your desire to live that way. Yes? Get in touch. Take a deep breath. Go within and take your time. This is nothing to rush through, right? And just be willing to sit in the question and allow the answer to come forth from within, from your higher self, from your intuition, from that which indwells you, that knows the answer, right? And you just start the process. Everything might not come flooding in one sitting, right? But your persistence and consistency with being with the question will provide a way for it to come through. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. All right. So I'm going to repeat the questions one more time. Am I willing to define, embrace, and hold fast to my divine purpose prayerfully, persistently, and patiently? That last one, patiently. Patiently. And if your answer is yes, then what is your way of living? What is your way of living? So this is different from our desires as far as goal setting is concerned, right? This is why I'm here, right? This is why I'm here. So my purpose is to live life in joy and to support others in connecting to their yes. That is my purpose. My purpose is to live as joy. To live as joy. So what is yours? What is yours? So let's just take that into our spiritual practice, take that into our inspirational writing. We're going to start to impress it upon our subconscious mind. Yes? And how are we doing this? We're doing it with ardent activity, devout devotion, and enthusiastic diligence. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right, y'all. All right. So let's get into some joy news. So if Pamela, Miss Bliss, is on, I want to give her a shout out. Her birthday was Saturday. So happy birthday, Pamela. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Happy birthday to all the March birthdays. Let's see. I want to share tomorrow, Wednesday, we will have our hour of power of support. So if you are a caregiver, if you're in the helping professions, if you're just feeling burnt out, come to our hour of power. It's the power of support. We do this for free through Rockland CSL, where I am the spiritual director and senior minister. It's 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. The third Wednesday is the power of support. Go to our website, rocklandcsl.org, and click on Hour of Power, and you will be in the Zoom room. This is facilitated by one of our practitioners, Jan Shannon. So please, Jan Shaheen. So please join us. Did y'all see Sunday's Living Life in Joy? It was the bomb. It was the bomb. Living Life in Joy. My special guest was Martine Kalau. She is an amazing woman. We're still celebrating Women's History Month, and I am celebrating women of today who are about their purpose. She's clearly about her purpose. She's an author, speaker, consultant, trainer, and she shared her Won't He Do It testimony. Yes, she shared her Won't He Do It testimony from being an orphan to being an immigrant to being stateless to connecting to her yes. So please watch the replay. You can do so on my YouTube channel. Y'all, I got a YouTube channel, y'all. Please subscribe. It's I Am Red Melissa. You can check it out there, and you can also check it out on my Facebook page, I Am Red Melissa. So this Sunday, Living Life in Joy, March 20th, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We have a guest host, and y'all know who the guest host is. That is my boy, Sekou Wrights, my producer, my soul brother. So he will be hosting this Sunday's Living Life in Joy. And you know, Sekou likes to keep it under wraps. So you got to tune in to see who his guest will be. Date change. So for those of you who have signed up for the Practicing the Presence of Abundance class, I shared that the date is changed from today to next Tuesday. So the dates are March 22nd to April 19th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Zoom. We're using the 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity, which is Edwene Gaines' book. And I will be mailing this copy, yes, I will, to Heike Vogel, who has registered for the class, part of our Congregation of Joy. She will be receiving this book. I'm putting it in the mail today, Heike, if you're watching. All right. Save the date for the next Trunk Show with Gladys Williams, the incredible, masterful jewelry maker, creative of everything that has anything to do with metal and gems. And she's just spectacular. You could check her out at asantijewels.com. And the Trunk Show is April 23rd, 6 p.m., right in time for Mother's Day shopping. So please put that on your calendars. April 23rd, 6 p.m. on Zoom. Let's see. I'll share one other thing, then I'm going to wrap it up. The 2nd year anniversary of Sit with Rev Melissa is April 6th. April 6th, so I'm just putting it out there now. We're going to celebrate all week long. And I had said it was going to be the week of saying yes. So I'm going to take that back and we're going to do a baby step. We're going to do a baby step. So instead of a whole week of saying yes, I am declaring April 6th, Yes Day. April 6th is Yes Day. So all day long, we're saying yes. Whatever comes up, we're saying yes to it. Okay? As long as it doesn't put us in harm's way and as long as it doesn't cause harm to others. All right? So April 6th, Yes Day. I'm still, formulating how I want to spend that whole week celebrating. And I would love your suggestions, ideas. I would love to have some of y'all pop on. That's the other thing I thought about. Some of y'all could just pop on to the show. That would be fun, right? So think about it. All right, y'all. I'm going to be traveling tomorrow. So there will be a sip on. It might be a replay. But just be aware, if I don't get a chance to pre-record, you might see a replay tomorrow. So tune in and see. That's Wednesday. And then Thursday, I'll be back live. On Thursday on location from Austin, Texas. Yes, I'm going to the South by Southwest Festival. My husband has a number of events that he's producing there. And so I'm going to go join him there in Austin, Texas. But I will be live on Thursday on location. All right, everybody. Peace and blessings. Peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes. Yes, we are.